This might be the most unusual and challenging piece of wood I've ever worked with on the lathe. It's partially burnt, it's really uneven, heavy on one side, and it's spitting salt water all over the place. And that's because I salvaged it from the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere, 2 to 8 times saltier than the ocean. I'm talking, of course, of the Great Salt Lake. You see, I took a trip up there the other day to wander its salty shores, see my favorite piece of land art, the Spiral Jetty by Robert Smithson, and gather up some shoreside trash, including this pretty big log that some people had clearly tried to turn into a bit of a makeshift campfire at some point. And I couldn't wait to get it on the lathe and see what I might find inside, even though, as I mentioned earlier, this was a real battle. It took me a couple weeks, but I was determined to turn it into something interesting because I'm making this piece to donate to a local charity art auction to raise funds to help save the Great Salt Lake. You see, the lake is in critical danger of dying. It's drying up. It's shrunk by 2/3 since the late 80s thanks to a booming population and dwindling snowpack that's being used up more and more each year. And if the lake level keeps dropping, salinity levels could reach a point where nothing in the lake survives, killing off brine shrimp, crucial for the ecosystem, threatening millions of migratory birds for whom the lake is critical habitat, and it would also expose a lake bed contaminated with high levels of arsenic, mercury, and other toxins as the result of generations of dumping and mismanagement. There's been growing awareness and some action to bring the lake to healthier levels, but we have a long way to go to secure its future. The health and preservation of the Great Salt Lake is something I personally care about very deeply. Not just in avoiding catastrophe, but for me it's kind of like a microcosm for the evolution of my relationship with nature as a whole. You see, growing up, I only ever really knew a dismissive relationship with the lake. Sometimes it smells bad, you can't fish there, you don't really take your dad's friend's boat out on weekends for some tubing. In this transactional relationship we often have with the natural world, places like the Great Salt Lake are easily dismissed and exploited. But when I got older and went out to meet the lake on its terms, what I found was a place of wholly unique beauty, a place like nowhere else, every bit as worthy of our stewardship. And I was hoping to be able to capture some of that in this vase, an old pine log disregarded as trash that clearly contains so much more, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. The burnt portion highlights the human impact on nature and the lake, and then check this out, on the side that had been submerged in water, salt crystals are exuding and growing from inside the wood's pores and knots. It's almost as if the lake itself is demanding to remain a part of the final piece.